Right, we didn't have difficult questions for our homework. So let's see how much we can complete it today. So 0.8% of y is 3.2. 0.8 over 100 times y is 3.2. Okay, so we want to find y. 3.2 times 100 over 0.8. You get 400. So y value is just 400. Next, 15 over 100. Off means multiply z equals to $1.62. Okay, so z will be, well, z probably so it doesn't look like a 2. 1.62 times 100 over 15. Yeah. Sorry? Okay, I'll come back to that in a short while. So this gives us 10.8. Okay, so there was a question. For y, part C, y, do we need to put a unit of liters? And in the same way, for z, do we need to put a dollar sign? Okay, so let's answer this question. Now, y over here came from this part of the question. So the way they wrote it, it is y liters. So the unit for this particular value for y will be in liters. Since they are asking us to find the value of y, we do not need to put a unit. Because if the y has, if we attach the liters, to 400 for y, then if we were to substitute it back into the question, it will look like this. It's 0.8% off, and now we know that y is 400. 400 liters. You get it? Right? Because if we were to say y is 400 liters, then back into the question will be 0.8% of 400 liter. Get it? Therefore, I did not put the liters over here. In the same way, z over here has a unit of dollar sign, right? So if I were to put z equals to dollar sign $10, 10.80, then if I were to substitute this back into the question over here, then what we would see will be dollar sign and then z being $10.80, another $10.80. You get it? So since they only want the value of z, then we give them the value of z, which is just 10.8. And now if we will substitute this into the equation, we have dollar sign 10.80. Okay, so in this case, it's just 10.8. Now what happens if you really put a dollar sign for the exam? We will not be so evil and minus mark for you, okay? It's not about simplification over here. It is the fact is that there is no need to put it in this case, because they're asking you to find the value of that unknown. But if the question says, let's say z is the amount that was spent, then they say find the amount spent. So effectively you're finding z, but you need to attach the dollar sign because the amount that was spent is in dollars. Okay? Next one, 150%. I will change it straight away to over 100. The word off is just times, and then we have the letter D. So you see, we are just translating. They are the same over here. Same thing. So 150% of D, and they tell us that it is equal to 126. So D must be 126 times 100 over 150. What I am doing over here is, we are doing a division by 150 over 100. So likewise over here, divide by 150 over 100, which is actually the same as multiply by 100 over 150 lah. Okay, keep, change, flip when you are dividing by a fraction. So that's on the right hand side. And from our calculator, we get 12600 divided by 150, 84. So the value of D is 84. When you want to include the units, if they ask you for example, the original area, then you have to say it is 84 square centimeters. Next, 3 over 7%. Oh, so percent, I don't want to write it as percent. I'm going to change it to over 100. So out of 100 times F equals to 4. So F will be now 4 times 100 divided by 3 over 7. So 400 divided by a fraction 3 over 7. 933, 1 over 3. Okay, and I'm choosing to leave it as a mixed fraction over here. Instead of putting it as a decimal, then you round off, then it's no longer exact. So the golden rule is, if it is exact, you leave it as exact. Can? Okay, so all these were done. Page 8. Okay, so I gave you another piece of homework, which is to check whether your answers will be different if you were to set $17.25 as 115%, and therefore value in February as 100%. That gives us a difference of 15%, which is part of the question, versus if you were to set our $17.25 as 100% and you take the value in February as 85%, which also gives us a difference of 15%. Will there be a difference in answer? Okay, so today we're going to answer that. I'm going to use the same colors. Let's start with the red one. Okay, so we have 115% represents $17.25. So to find the value in February, we take it to be 100%, represents 17.25 out of 115 times 100. Or you can simply simplify your work. 17.25 times 100 divided by 115, we get $15. Okay, so in red, this is a value in February. If you were to choose 17.25 to represent 115%. Now I'm going to try the other version, where we say 100% now represents our $17.25. Whereas the value in February now is our 85%. Okay, so 85% will now represent 17.25 out of 100 times 85. 17.25. Okay. 14.6625. So because we are dealing in money, we round it off to 2dp. 14.66. Now we see that there are two different answers, and obviously we cannot have both as acceptable answer, right? Okay, so now which is the correct answer? Is it the red one or the purple one? Who says red? Raise our hand. Red. Okay, who is not sure? Honestly, not sure. Raise our hand. Because I want to find out who are those who are not sure. Not sure? Okay, thank you. Put our hands. So if you are not sure, you have to work on the understanding of the question. Okay, it is not a mathematical skill that is the issue over here if you are not sure. It is an issue with understanding the question in English. Okay, so let's take you through step by step, part by part. So Mr. Johnson, he sold a box of chocolates at $17.25 in March. Okay, we understand that. He sold in March $17.25. Then they further tell us which was. What does the which represent? The which is talking about that $17.25. This $17.25 was 15% more than its value in February. So what are they comparing with? What are they comparing to? You know, our 100% is always of something. For example, if I tell you your maths test, the average result is 78%. Then your question to me should be 78% of what? Of the total mark. Then I have to tell you the total mark. If I tell you that, I bought this phone at a 20% discount, then your question should be 20% of what? Of the original price. If I tell you that 25% of the class aced the test, then the question is 25% of what? What is the total number of people in the class? we are always comparing with something. Here they say that this 15%, this 17.25 is 15% more. More than what? More than the value in February. Whatever they are comparing with, that is the original. And that will be the 100%. Just like that. Okay? If I say there is an increase in price, this calculator, there's an increase of 10%. 10% of what? 10% of the original price the day before. Then that price the day before would be our 100%. And today this calculator is worth 110% of yesterday's price. Okay? Whatever we are comparing with will be the 100%. So based on that, 15% more than its value in February. We are comparing with February. So the value in February will be the 100%. That leads us to 70.25 being the 115%. Not the other way around. So the confusion is this option. I still see a difference of 15%. However, we are, in this case, the highlighted one, we are using the value in March as the original, which is not the case. We are not comparing with March. We are comparing with the value in February. Okay? So those of you who are not very sure just now, or whether the red or the purple, I hope things clear it up for you. If you are still unsure, please see me after class. I'm having a consultation today. I understand it's your last lesson, last period, 1:40 until 2:15. You ask me any of the math topics that we have gone through in preparation for your WA2. Okay? So this is not correct. Next one, part B. Janice reads 120 pages of a 500-page storybook on Friday. She finished reading 80% of what? Of the remaining pages. She finished reading 80% of what? Of the remaining pages. What is the number of remaining pages? 500 minus 120. Okay? So your presentation can be like this. To break it down into steps, remaining pages, using the same phrasing, will be 500 minus 120 to give us 380. There are 380 pages after Friday that is left. And now, during the weekend, she finished reading 80% of this. Over the weekend, she finished reading 80% of 380. So what is the percentage of the book she has yet to read? Okay, so there are many ways of doing it. You can find 80% of 380, then I take 380 minus the answer. Or I think it's a bit easier if we take pages yet to read will be 20% lah, right? If she read 80% of 380, then what's left will be 20%. 20% of what? Of 380. The 500 is no longer relevant to us. It is just 20% of 380 left. So you change that to our fraction times 380. So actually it's 380 divided by 5. 76. Finish. Is the presentation clear? Do you know what I'm trying to find at every single line? Compared to what you probably would have done by yourself. Like this. If you do this, do you know what's happening? You might, but the teacher might not. So I need you to write down the statements. Yes.
They say calculate the percentage of the book yet to read.
Sorry. Percentage of the book she has yet to read. Sorry, my mistake. This is wrong. Percentage yet to read. Okay, thanks for pointing out. So percentage yet to be read. To be read. Okay. So percentage yet to be read is actually 76 out of yeah, so this is the number of pages left to be read, and we need to divide this by 500, then we multiply this by 100%. Okay, sorry for the very untidy work. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to find number of pages left out of the 500, then multiply by 100%. So 380 divided by 5. then divided by 500, then times 100. Okay, so we get 15.2%. Oh, I'm so sorry about the error. So 15.2% of the book yet to be read. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. Next one, part C. Value appreciates every year. Okay, what does this word mean? Increase, yes. Increase in value, appreciates in value. Are there some things that appreciates in value that you know of? Sorry? Sneakers. Gold maybe, maybe not. Right now, very fashionable, very popular sneakers lah. The limited edition Nike sneakers, you buy, the price, the value goes up. That's appreciation. What else appreciates in Singapore? Paintings, okay. Not my painting, it doesn't appreciate. Paintings by famous painters, they can appreciate in value because the painter has passed away already. Cannot create anymore. Okay, what else? Chicken rice? Why would chicken rice appreciate in value? No, I think we have a lot of chickens in the world, so I don't think the chicken rice will appreciate value. If any, the value will drop to become zero because it rots after time. Plant? No, I don't think so. Okay, some other things are your houses. They appreciate in value. You buy for a price, then you sell at a higher price. Expensive watches. Some of them they appreciate in value. Rolex. What is the opposite of appreciate? Yes, depreciate. What is the most famous example of something that depreciates in value in Singapore? Car. Yes, it is a car. Do you know how much a car costs in Singapore? A few 100,000. Okay, so let's say a car. No, doesn't have to be Mercedes. Any car in Singapore. Okay, class. Any car in Singapore, let's say $100,000, brand new. The moment you pay money, the moment you drive it out, the next instant you try and sell it, it becomes a second-hand car already. And the value drops. It is called depreciation. Yeah, it becomes a liability. Okay. Yes, anything here can be tested. Yeah, you buy second-hand car lah, so it's cheaper. But when you sell, it will depreciate some more lah. Huh? You can buy from somebody lah. So lame. Alright, class. Let's focus. I want to finish this set of notes by today, if possible. Huh? So the value appreciates by 15%. Value appreciates by 15% of its value. 15% of its value at the beginning of the year. Okay, understand what that means? Appreciates by 15% of the value at the beginning of the year. So, at the beginning of the year, it has a certain value. At the end of the year, it will be 115% of the previous value, right? Then after that, the new value carries on to the next year. The next year, it is going to increase by another 15%. Increase by 15% of which value? This old value or the newer value? Of the newer value. Okay? Then it just keeps compounding. 15% of the new value. Another 15% of the new value. Another 15% of the new value. Okay? Now, it costs 11,200 in January 2015. What about the value in January 2018? So let us check. Value in Jan 2016. So in 2016, the value will now be 115% times 11200. So 115%, you can write it as 1.15. Right? And you can find the value. Now, value in Jan 2017 will now be 1.15 times this value. You get it? And they want the value in January. Value in January 2018. That will be another 1.15 times another value. Which value is it? This value. Okay, so it is 1.15 times the original, get answer. 1.15 times the previous answer, get a new answer. And finally in 2018, 1.15 times the previous answer, you get a new answer. You probably realize that got a lot of decimal place happening already. Got a lot of decimal, a lot of digits. Round it off finally to 2dp. I'm now going to show you the alternative. Value in Jan 2018. Okay, watch. This is the shortcut. The shortcut, if you understand what is happening here. We are taking 1.15. Okay, this 1.15 multiplied by this value over here. Now this value was obtained by another 1.15. Another 1.15 times. So this is the same 1.15. Previously, it was multiplied by another 1.15. 1.15. This is the third 1.15. And finally multiplied by 11,200. Okay, this is the shortcut. And if you want, there is an even better shortcut. 1.15 power 3 times 11200. This line is sufficient. Okay, so 1.15 power 3 . So 17033.80. Any questions? Next, percentage increase and percentage decrease. Next page, you have this? Yeah, okay. Alright, so increase in value is obviously new value minus the old value lah. That's the increase in value. Now then the percentage increase will be increase divided by original. Okay, highlight the denominator, original. Or circle it, put stars as the denominator, original. And you compare that with decrease in value. You have the original minus the new. Because the value dropped. You take the big number minus the small number. And you divide by the same original. You always divide by original because you're comparing with the original. So this portion, as long as you understand the English about it, then you're fine. There's nothing to memorize. Except that we're always comparing with the original. So exercise 17. Price, color pencils, increase. Okay, there's an increase. 250 to 265. The increase is 15 cents. 15 cents. Calculate percentage increase. Okay, percentage increase will be, so how much is the increase? 2.65 minus 2.50 divided by original 2.50 times 100%. So the numerator is just your increase, denominator is original. Denominator always original. So 0.15 times 100, you get 6%. So just a reminder again, make sure you have your percentage symbol over here as well as over here. Exercise 18. Original 2560. Reduce. Find the percentage decrease. Okay, percentage decrease. So what's the decrease? 2560 minus 2176 out of original 2560. So 15%. Dividing by original. Simple, no cake. Any issues? Pauline, okay? William, okay? No questions. So we continue. Am I going too fast? No. Okay. The price of a bracelet increased by 5%. Increased by 5%. So what's the original? How many percent? If it increased by 5%, then original will be how many percent? 100%. Original is 100%. So if it increased by 5%, this must be 105%. And the original is 100%. So just same way lah. 105% represent 121.80. 100% represent 121.80. 105, 100. So 116. Original 116. So the key over here is identifying what is the original. Then you set that to be 100%. And you figure the rest out. Okay, next. Charlie. Original. X dollar. So this will be 100%. The monthly allowance was 255 after it was decreased by 15%. So this will be 85%. Find X. Okay, 85% represents 255. So 100% represents, figure it out yourself. Then have a final answer, X equals to okay, so complete this as your homework. Part C, there were 48 cars in the morning. In the evening, the cars increased to 600. So find the percentage increase. Okay, percentage increase will be the increase in value. What? From 48 to 600? 600 minus 48 divided by the original times 100%. Get the answer. Is that all? Oh, still have. Okay, finish this out of notes as your homework.